What's up, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So, look, Gervonta Tank Davis has defeated Ricardo Nunez in the second round. TKO, they stopped the fight. Great stoppage. I agree with the stoppage. Some people saying it's an early stoppage. It's way too early. Let him get a chance to fight through it. No, no, no. Like, seriously, with the death that we just saw in boxing, it needed to be stopped. Tank was about to knock that boy's head off. Seriously, nah, that man was done. Tank was really gonna hurt him. It was done. I saw how he was snapping his head back. Nah, was not. I agree with the stoppage 100%. So look, Tank wins. He fights in Baltimore, his hometown. It's a great look for the hometown fans. It looks great. Let me just say this too. In the build-up for this fight with Tank, I loved them displaying the relationship between his trainer Calvin Ford and himself. Like, I admire the relationship Calvin Ford has with Tank. Basically looking like he's basically Tank's father. Seriously. Saved Tank life, kept Tank on the track to become a boxing superstar, kept him in the gym to hone his skills and to stay out of trouble from running the Baltimore streets. And, basically introduced him to a skill that would change his life forever. Tank grew up with two parents. He had two parents that were on drugs. He grew up in the foster care system. Was allegedly getting abused by his uncle at one point until he went with his grandmother, him and his brother. Dropped out of school, survived the harsh conditions, the rough streets of Baltimore, all the negativity going on around him. Tank could have been in trouble, could have been locked up somewhere, or he could have been locked up or worse. Seriously, Calvin Ford helped to save Tank's life. And the bond that they have, I admire that. You really when you look at Calvin Ford, when you see how Calvin Ford looks at Tank, he's looking at him as if it's his son. And I even heard that, Calvin Ford's son had died as well, I believe. I think he might have been involved in some other stuff running around Baltimore or whatever. But I think that's what Tank said. Don't quote me, but I believe Tank said his son passed away as well. But when he looks at Tank, I can see it in his eyes. He about to cry every time he see Tank on this pedestal becoming this star right before his eyes. And it's beautiful to watch, man. I always say it takes a village to raise a child. It really does. Especially, we got to put our hands around our young black boys. The harsh conditions that they're growing up in. It's so easy for them to navigate towards the streets. You got to wrap your arms around them. Even if it's not your biological son, your biological daughter, whatever, wrap your arms around these young kids. These young kids growing up in the inner city. These young black kids growing up in the inner city that don't have a father figure, don't have a place that they can really call home. I see Tank spoke about the fact he kept going to the gym because it felt like a family. He felt love at the gym. He felt that those people in the gym, including Calvin Ford, cared about him. They loved him, they cared about him, and they cared about him more than just being a boxer. They cared about him as a person, as a human being. So I love that. I love that. Right? So let's go on to this fight with Ricardo Nunez. Okay, he defeats Ricardo Nunez. Solid. It's a good win to boost up his resume. As a Tank fan, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm ready for Tank to step up in competition. I'm ready for him to step up and fight, some bigger and better competition, truthfully. I say that because no disrespect to Tank. Tank does some things that I don't agree with. He does some knucklehead things I don't like when he was talking about Deontay Wilder fight like a Tom girl and all that type of stuff he was doing all on social media and all of that. I didn't like that. But the man Tank can fight. He is highly skilled. Highly skilled. I want to see him fight the Tevin Farmers of the world and the Lomachenko. I think it's time. At his age, Floyd was fighting top competition. At his age, Floyd had beaten Gennaro Chicanito Hernandez. He had beaten Diego Corrales. Diego was undefeated, a absolute dog. He had beaten Diego Corrales, beat him. I mean, it was beautiful watching him. Floyd looked like magic fighting him. And he was Tank's age. Floyd had also fought Jose Luis Castillo the first time by Tank's age. Tank like 24 right now? So I'm expecting to see Tank fight the top guys now. I think he should. And he called out Tevin Farmer. He said he would like to fight Tevin Farmer next, which is what I wanted to hear from Tank. I'm glad he said that. I want to see him fight Tevin Farmer and then move on to Lomachenko. Not because I'm saying that I don't think Tank is scared. I'm not saying he's scared or whatever. I think Floyd trying to marinate. He's trying to get this fight to marinate for too long. I think it's now time for Tank to prove himself because people are thinking that Tank may not be that real deal. I think Tank is the real deal. But in order for me to vouch for him being the real deal, he has to go into the ring and fight the real deal competition. He got to fight the top dogs. When you're a champion, when you got a belt, you're expected to go in there and fight the best. So at this point, I want Tank to go in there and fight the absolute best competition. And I want to see him prove that he is who everybody thinks he is and who he says he is. Truthfully, I'm ready for him to do that. I think he has the skills to be one of the top guys, the top talked about guys in boxing. I really think he is a special talent. The guy I think he can fight. He has a mean streak with punching power like a mini Mike Tyson. Seriously. Small guy, small in stature, about 5'5", 5'6", but he packs a mean punch. Seriously. His uppercuts be so vicious, I promise y'all. They look like he about to snap somebody's neck off. It's a little fatality they got on Mortal Kombat with Johnny Cage just uppercutting folks until he knocked their head off. I promise y'all, Tank be snapping people's head back. I think the dude from Mortal Kombat gonna come out of the side and say, whoopsie, when he knock him up to the next level. I promise, man. He's a special talent. I'm not hating on Tank at all. I'm ready to see him against somebody when I'm like, yeah, come on, Tank. He in for something. He in for something. The same way people felt when they watched Floyd fight Diego Corrales. Because Diego was looked at as the guy. He was the favorite in that fight. People really didn't think Floyd was going to... People thought Floyd might have got a little hurt in that fight. Floyd dropped him what? He dropped Diego like 5 times or something like that and made it look easy. He outclassed him severely. I want to see Tank do that against the big guys, man. I'm really ready to see that. I think Floyd should put him out there. Look, you a belt holder. Do your thing. He's skilled enough. Go out here. Let him fight these other lions. Let him fight other wolves to prove he is a wolf. To be a wolf, you a gorilla, you got to fight other gorillas. You got to go into the jungle and fight other gorillas. You got to fight other lions, dog. You got to fight, you a lion, you got to fight other lions. So I'm ready to see that. When he beat Pedraza and Liam Walsh, I thought, okay, that's dope. But I'm wanting him to fight Tevin Farmer, want him to fight Lomachenko because people think Tank's scared. I don't think he's scared. I don't like to disrespect other fighters and say, oh, they scared to fight this guy. This guy's scared to fight that guy. They put their life on the line. They chose a profession where they're going into combat with other men. Like, that's their profession. I'm not going to disrespect the fighter and say this guy's scared of this guy, he's scared of that guy. No, I think Floyd trying to sit on it. He's trying to sit on it too long, trying to let it marinate too long. No. Maybe he don't think Tank ready. But I don't know, man. I think, man, look. I think Tank is ready, man. I think he should fight Tevin Farmer, see how he do against Tevin Farmer, and then go on and fight Lomachenko. So, that's just my opinion, seriously. And another thing, too, man, when I was watching the little Showtime special, I noticed Tank has improved in his speech, and I'm very proud. I'm very, very happy for that young brother, man. As I mentioned, Tank is not the most educated guy. He dropped out of school. But he's slowly beginning to improve on his speech, which is something that he should improve on. You know, as time goes on, he's making good improvements, and it's something that is important for him to improve on if he's going to be a star. So I'm very proud of that young brother that he's definitely improving in his speech, getting more comfortable in front of a microphone, talking to media, getting more used to it. You know, he's a young kid from Baltimore, a young street kid, but now he's a boxer. He's a champion. So he's going to have to do these interviews more, and he looks like he's doing it very well, man. But yeah, I promise y'all, I was about to tear up when I saw, you know, Calvin Ford even on Instagram talking about Tank, how he want to cry. Like, you know, he looked like, man, this boy, man, we was in the gym all the time since you was 7 years old, man. And look at you now, man. Like, Tank 24 years old. He watched that boy grow. Watched that boy grow from nothing to something, man. That is beautiful. It's beautiful to see you mold a young man all the way up until he's older, and you see him become successful. You know, you see him have children of his own. You see him become great at something that he desperately wanted to be great at. That's a great feeling, man. I love that bond that they have, and I hope that continues and it never shall fade. No matter how much success that Tank gets, I hope he always stay true to the people that he started with, and stay loyal to the guys that were originally in his camp, rooting for him, and by his side in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, man. So I remember when he fought Ruiz last time, I was disappointed because I was really wanting to see him fight Abner Mares. Who Abner is a great fighter, but I think that Tank, I think Tank would have beat Abner for real. I really do. I think Tank would have got Abner out of there. Seriously. But yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for Tank and Tevin Farmer, and then Tank and Lomachenko. It's time, Tank. It's time for Tank to take that leap in competition and prove he is a dog. Machiavelli Mills TV. Peace. Hold on. Like this channel. Subscribe to this channel. Tell everybody to subscribe to this channel. And stay tuned, y'all. Peace.